Hey everyone, welcome to the Red Zone, and yes, another disastrous, despicable display by Manchester United as a whole. We got dominated, white men versus red boys, absolute disgrace of a match from Manchester United. Every credit has to go to Spurs. It was men against boys, absolute disgrace, and this isn't the first time we've lost to Tottenham. Last season, the beginning of last season, we lost them, and we always seem to get battered by them. Ange has absolutely got his tactics absolutely perfect today, and they absolutely bullied us in every single aspect of the game. Arguably our best player of the season so far, Mazraoui, got absolutely turned on by a Chelsea reject, and he just made him look like a little boy. Welcome to the Premier League, Mazraoui. You got turned on by an absolute monstrous performance by a Chelsea reject, and it's an absolute disgrace today. I'm going to go through and have a little look at some tweets. I'm going to pull them up on screen as well, from the first half all the way through. From Laurie Whitwell to Adam Matatak, everyone, just a random bunch of tweets that we're going to go through, just to express not just my opinion, but everyone's opinion at the moment. Ten Hag needs to go, and if it's not done, there's going to be some serious questions asked. Second of all, why is it that was a red card? Personally, I don't believe it's a red card. And hopefully I can see a very good friend of mine who's review every foul on Twitter. He'll give a very honest opinion. So I will have a little look at his tweet later, because no doubt he has put a tweet out regarding it. I haven't seen it yet, but we will pull it up and get it out. Do I think it's a red card? No, he's slipping. I don't think he's in control of his body. I think it's a strong yellow. I don't think it's quite a red, but I can see why a ref would give a red. Why haven't VAR overturned it? I just don't think it's a clear and obvious mistake for them to overturn it, personally. I think it'll take something really big for VAR to overturn things this season, and especially to give things this season. I think it's just going to be... I think VAR is just going to be like a little... It's there if we desperately need to make a decision, but we're not going to. We're too scared to. That's what I'm getting from it at the moment. Do I think that red card made a difference to the game? No. No, not at all. I think the scoreline was probably fair, even if we didn't have a red card. I got to give credit to, well, there you go, Mark Goldbridge tweet here. Got to give credit to Spurs. They were absolutely faultless all the way through it. Absolutely fantastic. And again, Manchester United let their own team down, as per usual, and it was a shocking, absolute shocking display. If I could put my hand on players that were decent, I think Onana played okay. And okay is being very nice. And I think Garnacho put an effort in and didn't stop going all the way through. Personally, everyone else was below a 5. Way below a 5. And we'll get on to that in just a second. Laurie Whitwell's tweet by here. Dreadful. Half Manchester United. So many misplaced passes, which it was. It was absolutely disgraceful. Disjointed press. 100% agreeing. Discipline, well, yeah, we know about that. Yellows, both fullbacks were absolutely terrible. Delo had probably his worst game I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely horrific. I don't know what's going on, and I know Dale, one of the boys, will be all over it. Absolutely all over it. He's been calling it out for weeks and weeks and weeks. This is the worst one I've ever seen. But I don't know what happened today. This was not the Manchester United we seen against all the other performances. This was a lazy, shambolic performance, and I'm trying not to swear and use other words because at the moment I want to say stuff that's probably not going to go down well. I'm going to pull up another tweet now from Adam Adak. He's got his own Twitter account, but he's also got his own YouTube account as well. And I think he explains it pretty much of what we all been saying for a little while, actually. Ten Hag needs to go. Personally, I don't feel he is good enough to be at Manchester United. I felt that for a little while now, as a lot of you are aware. But today just proved it. We go down to 10 men, and the first thing he does is bring on Eriksen. Why would you bring on Eriksen? First thing I would do is bring on Eriksen and a defensive midfielder to sort it out. Bring off a striker. Xerxes, by the way, we're not even going to get started on that. When I got onto my ratings of every player on that starting sheet by here, you will have every single reasons for why. And Xerxes, he needs to go away and sort his head out. The red card is extremely bad for, obviously, Bruno Fernandes. He will be missing a lot of games. But that's the first time in 242 appearances. And he will be missing some big games. He will be missing, obviously, the Villa game, Brentford game, and the West Ham game. Obviously, it doesn't carry over to Europe. But there's some really big games that he's missing there. Do I think it was a red hand on heart? No, I don't. I really don't. And I'll show you why now, because I just found a tweet, obviously, from my boy, who will tell us the truth. If I seen this challenge, I would have sent... I wouldn't have sent the player off. And this is a guy, this is a Liverpool fan, right? He's he's a very strong and stringent ref. He does believe in a lot of these red cards. And very rarely goes against the referee. Very rarely. But I think this is why I respected this comment so much. Okay? Tell him not to be so stupid next time. I agree. Personally, I don't feel the referee has seen that he slipped. Do I think it's a clear and obvious mistake? I don't. I don't feel it's a clear and obvious mistake from the ref. I feel that by the letter of the law, he is out of control of the body. And his studs are above the shin. For me, technically, if you're going by the letter of the law, it is a red. Do I think it should be given as a footballer and as a football fan? No. People have to have their own opinions regarding this. And it is shocking that the referee has kind of got away with it, to be honest with you. I do feel that... it could have been handled a lot better by the referee, personally, and I don't feel like it's a good decision by VAR not to tell him, go and have a little look. Even if he had a little look, reviewed it, and he's like, yeah, I'm sticking to my decision, fine, perfect. No issues regarding that. Another one, this is not a Manchester United fan. I don't like Manchester United in the slightest, but that's never a red card. As far as I'm concerned, I don't understand it, but... do I think that changed the game? No. Well, yes, but no. It didn't make... we were terrible first half. That red card didn't make us any worse, if that makes sense. So personally, I don't feel the red card affected it that much. But it is a bit of an issue when referees not getting pulled up for slight mistakes. So I have found the Premier League statement. The Premier League statement states that the referee was issued a red card for Bruno Fernandes. Simply because VAR has checked it and confirmed that there was serious foul play. Just proves that none of them people in that box understand football and football mentality in terms of if someone's slipping, how are they meant to be in control of their body. Do you know what I mean? But then again, that's how it is. It is what it is. And I don't know if a lot of people missed this, but obviously during this madness, we did have Kobe Mainoo go off with a hamstring injury, which is a big miss for us, especially when Agate looked horrific. Casemiro looks, well, Casemiro's been looking horrific for a while, but all that goes hand in hand with Gary Neville's comment. Manchester United has been a disgrace, and that is correct. Manchester United have been a disgrace today. They let down us, the fans, they let down each other. The manager looked absolutely lost, which is a disgrace personally. But how can a manager motivate and look after his players when he looks lost himself? Sack him. Get rid of him. Give anybody the job. Give Rude the chance until we can find a proper replacement who's going to fit our style of football. Sack him. And I think the biggest thing for the sacking, for me, is obviously this comment here. We've spent 600 million on players, and this is how we're performing. It's a bit of a disgrace. But the biggest irony of it all, the high line we wanted to play, we played it absolutely phenomenal when we had 10 men. Why, I do not know, but we played a really beautiful high line. And I don't understand why we don't play this more often. But there we go. Welcome to Ten Hag Ball. Delo. Comments like this. Has Delo had a worse half of football in a Manchester United shirt? They will see the Delo 2 out of 10 in their eyes. Gaslighting, blah, blah, blah. It was absolute shocking today, he was. He was arguably one of the worst players on the pitch. Ahead of, well, it's close between him and Bruno. And I think Bruno just edges it, but with the red card, to be honest with you. And that's saying something. And I think people are turning on the manager. Sam C, who's a big Ten Hag supporter, going in. We've got Kevin, who's again another TUS presentator, coming in and stating they want him sacked. And again, as I said, the only person with a little bit of backbone was Garnacho. Everything he done on that pitch, he tried with 100% success, even if he was failing. It doesn't matter, the guy was trying, and that's the main thing. And again, I go back to the comment. We have to give Spurs all the credit for today. Manchester United didn't turn up, they got bullied, they looked like schoolboys, absolutely disgraceful. Disgraceful on that pitch. So now, I'm going to have a little look now at rating our starting 11. Starting with Onana, I think he did okay. I think the second goal, I don't know why he didn't save it. I don't know what he's doing. I think he got a hand to it and he should have stopped it. But apart from that, the first goal, no chance. The third one, could he have stopped it? Maybe come out for the corner? I don't know. Personally, he was the better of our... He was probably our second best player on that pitch after Garnacho today. Which is saying something. Mazraoui, first half, absolute shocking. If I was giving him a first half performance rating, I'll give him a 1 out of 10. Got bullied, absolutely bullied by a Chelsea reject. He got sprinted past by a centre-back. So did Maino and so did Delit. All got bullied and all got sprinted past. Absolute disgrace of a performance from them people. Mazraoui in the second half did get a little bit better. 1 or 2 good tackles, but the damage was done then. For me, Mazraoui, 2 out of 10. Delit, I don't know where the Delit of all these weeks have gone. Looked slow. Looked like a regeneration of Harry Maguire from 3 years ago. Very slow, didn't look fit enough, didn't look bothered, looked really unmotivated. Personally, Delit today, 3 out of 10. Martinez, again, same. He's been like this all season now. He hasn't really been up the standard that he's been. He just comes with a bit of aggression. There's nothing else there today. Very sloppy passing from the back. I think a couple of mistimed challenges. Letting people run past him. Again, I think he was better than Delit, so I'm going 4 out of 10. Delo for me is a 2 out of 10. Absolute disgrace of a performance. I know he's not a left back, but we know he can play there. We know what he can do. And today, he got bullied. Absolutely bullied. In, out, even when he had no one around him, he couldn't find a simple pass either way. He couldn't pass the ball. He couldn't run with the ball. He couldn't tackle people. He couldn't even foul people correctly. The yellow cards for both wingers, wing backs at the start of the game killed us. Killed us. Kobe Mainoo, look, it wasn't great for him. He went missing in the game. I don't think he did anything extremely wrong. A couple of bad passes. I'm not going to go in on the kid for 4 out of 10. Yeah, not great, and came off with an injury. I hope he's okay and hope he can get fit again soon. Agati, weak. Very, very weak. Looks like a headless chicken around the pitch. Definitely can tell he hasn't played in the Premiership before. He's got no structure to his game. Doesn't have a clue where he's going, what he's doing, how he's doing it. And it's a very, very poor performance from him today. Again, I'm going to give him 3 out of 10. Who am I going to go for? Rashford. Rashford. The first goal, don't know why he ducked out that challenge with him and Garnacho. You got to take one for the team there. You know, Garnacho's in front of you. You know there's only one person behind you. When their fullback, the fullback is running straight at you, just take the challenge. Take the yellow card. He doesn't do either. He just jumps out of the way. No leadership from him. He's a senior player in that squad now. He done absolutely nothing all game. I would love to see how many touches of the ball he had. And how many successful dribbles he had. Because all I see him do was kick the ball past someone and run out of the pitch. Absolute disgrace from Rashford today. 3 out of 10. Bruno Fernandes, 1 out of 10. I don't even need to go into Bruno. Absolute disgrace. Actually, if I could give him a 0, I'll probably give him a 0. Absolute disgrace. I don't even need to go into it. He needs to be dropped. Well, he's going to be dropped anyway. He'll probably play in Europe. But he will not be playing for 3 games now for Manchester United in the Premier League. Mason Mount came on. I don't know what happened to him. I think he had a knock and he's gone off injured. Shocked that kid's been injured more times than he's been on the pitch for Manchester United. It's a bit of a worry for Manchester United now. Hopefully Eriksen can stay fit and plays in number 10, which is shocking, really. We've got a 32, 33-year-old playing as a centre attacking midfielder for Manchester United. But there we go. Garnacho's the only one I can give a little bit of credit for today. Okay, he wasn't great, but he was the only one who looked like he was going to do something on that pitch today. He was the only person who looked like we could, you know what? I think we could actually do something here. Absolutely just... At least the kid knows what Manchester United is about. Never give up, never try. Unlike a lot of them players. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Potentially 5.5 out of 10. He tried everything he could. He was the only person going who looked to get the crowd up for something. Looked to do something in the theatre of dreams. More like the theatre of nightmares today. And talking of nightmares, Xerxes. The kid's not ready. He's not. I'm sure one day he'll be a decent player for Manchester United, but not now. He needs to drop, needs to spend some time on the bench, come off the bench and get his feet going. Because at the moment, he looks lost. He's got no confidence. He's got no belief in what he does. Every time he has a shot on target, it's at the keeper, not in the corners. He needs time to integrate into Manchester United as a first-team striker, and he's not going to do it when we're putting in performances like this. So for me, Manchester United, disgrace. Ten Hag, I am given a 0 out of 10 for today. 0. This is not the first time it's happened against Spurs. This is the second time he has been outplayed and out-tactically done by Ange. I forgot his name then. By Ange again. It's a shocker and it should never ever happen again. He needs to be sacked, and if he's not sacked soon, there's going to be some really, really big questions asked of the Ineos board and what they're doing for Manchester United. Because at the moment, this is a downgrade on the last 2 seasons. Disgrace. And finally, before we end this, I just want to show you a couple of more comments from Bruno, from Robbie Savage, and from Erik ten Hag. So Robbie Savage put on, I said, I don't think they got to make a big decision this week. I think his time is up. And I agree. I do think his time is up, and I think it's time for him to go. Bruno has come out and said, I let my teammates down. I appreciate what I did on the pitch. It was tough for them to cover the spaces. Yeah, but also they were shocking from the beginning. It was never a red card. Maddison said it was never a red card. But unfortunately, us or Maddison are not reffing the game. It was a red card. There we go. That's what we do. But at least Bruno came out and did an interview. As a captain of the club, he should be doing that minimum anyway. Ten Hag has brought out a couple of comments. I'm only going to bring one or two up just because I can't really be bothered for his antics today. The first one, it was a bad start to the game. Tottenham were dominant, which is right. We made many mistakes in possession, correct. We could have come back into it with our chances. Yes and no. I don't think we had some clear chances, as many as he thinks, maybe. The red card changed the game. I disagree. The red card didn't change the game that much for it to be that much of an issue. Personally, but that's up to him. It's not possible a player, a centre-back, can dribble through the whole team and make a cross in, put a cross in. Well, he did, Eric. And you know why? Because he went past Agate, Maynham, Rashford. He went past Mazraoui, De Ligt, and then Delo was not at the back post where he should have been. So it is possible because it was done. Absolute shambles. Absolute shambles. Erik ten Hag did say that I don't think it was a red card, and that this is the best bit. I told the players, come on, tomorrow's a new day. We have to be better in the pressing, better on the ball. Yeah, you have to be better and more than just that. And I don't care if tomorrow's a new day. You were horrific today. You need to sort that out. That's not the right attitude I want. It's not a new day. No, go away, think about it, improve on yourself, review it. Don't sleep tonight, like many of the fans won't. And then go away, come back tomorrow, and then tell me where you went wrong. But there we go. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It is a bit of a longer video today, but I just wanted to try a different type of video. Bring up some comments. Let me know what you think. Hopefully, we'll have a nice new makeover soon. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Much love. Peace.